Okay, so I'm going to have a look at this question. It's question 1. So 1AI says the probability that a book chosen at random from the bookcase is at paperback. So there's two numbers you need to look at, and these are this one, that is 100 paperbacks in the bookcase, out of a total of 160 books. So the probability that you're going to get a paperback is 100 out of 160. Now you can simplify that if you want to 5/8. Part AII, not science fiction, not science fiction. So there are four types, so four subject categories of books: crime, romance, science fiction, and thriller. So with you being not science fiction, you're only interested in the crime, the romance, and the thriller. So if you add 24, 56, and 48, that'll give you 128 possible books out of 160 in total. And again, you can simplify that to 8/10. For part 3, it says science fiction or a hardback, or a hardback. So which books are science fiction or hardback? So you can have any of these hardback books, but you can also have any paperback books. So I can have the red ones. Now, I have to be careful here not to count this one twice, because it's quite easy to make the mistake of going with the 32 science fiction books and 60 hardback books. But if you took both of those two totals and added them together, that 18 that I've starred there would have actually been counted twice. So be a bit careful with these ones. If you add all those up, that gives you 74 out of a total of 160 books, which you can simplify to 37/80. Part 4, a thriller given that it is a paperback. A thriller given that it is a paperback. So now I am only considering paperback books. So I'm only considering the paperback books. So this time a thriller given that it's a paperback would be 30 out of a total of 100 paperbacks. So this is going to be 30 out of 100, which simplifies to 3/10. Okay, so that's part A done. 7 marks, not too bad, not too bad. You could give decimal equivalents as well if you wanted to. So if your calculator didn't give it in a fractional form, you could give it as a decimal. For example, you could give the last one as 0.3. Part B then, 3 books are selected at random without replacement from the bookcase. Calculate to 3 decimal places the probability that one is a crime, one is a romance, and one is a science fiction. Now you have to be a bit careful here, because that order is not specified. You can have crime, romance, and science fiction in any order you want. So you could come out with a romance, then a crime, then a science fiction, or a science fiction, then a romance, then a crime. So you've got to remember that there's different ways of ordering this. Now, because there's 3 books, there's actually 6 different ways of getting that. 6 different possible combinations. So 6 times 1 combination. So the probability that I get a crime is going to be 24 out of 160. The probability that I then pick romance is going to be 56, but this time it's out of 159. And it's out of 159 because you've already taken 1 book out. Probability then that I get a science fiction as my last book is 32 158, and again because you've already taken 2 books out. So if you put that in your calculator, 24 160ths multiplied by 56 159ths multiplied by 32 158ths, and then times your answer by 6, you get 0.064, and that's question 1.